Hey guys, we're back with more Lobotomy Corp.
We have returned to
Yes.
lobotomize the corporations.
So first things first, we have a Twitter now.
We do.
I mean, we've had a Twitter. We made this a long time ago, but it was for a specific purpose that never really got realized. But I have since, resurrected the Twitter. So,
Yes.
you can follow us on at those time waster, singular.
Yeah. The S would not fit.
We fucking Twitter will not. Twitter limits you to 15 characters, and we are one short, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find another compromise that made me happy, so we're just. It's my Twitter, those time waster.
Yeah.
That doesn't even work.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's possible that we could make another one, which is just time wasters, but
I just don't like time wasters because I feel it's kind of generic.
I mean it is, and there's other people known as
Probably.
time wasters.
I'm sure somebody's used that name.
Yeah.
So anyway, so follow us on the Twitter.
Yes.
Smash that bird. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I'm making that a thing now.
Sure. That sounds like something that would be said in Honey Pop. Like, as in right after, let's go get some bro. When you talk to the girl, Q's just like, come on, smash that bird.
You are correct, sir.
I like it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I mean, Honey Pop 2, though.
Is there a Honey Pop 2?
I don't know if it's actually out yet, because I haven't checked on that, because I've been busy, but I know it's at least been... It was in planning, the last I heard, and it will happen.
I mean...
If it has not already happened.
Did people like Honey Pop for reasons other than the boobage?
Yeah, it is a spectacular match 3 game, actually.
Well, see, that's like saying, man, that's a delicious brick of tofu.
Yeah, it's seasoned.
Like
you take that tofu, you cook, you brine it for about 3 weeks. You infuse it with all the pig flavoring. It's delicious.
But what do I eat in the meantime?
Well, you fap to the boobs in the meantime.
What, already?
What the hell?
Snow White already broke out.
Man.
Where'd she go? Where's that bitch?
So freaking there has been I've been such a fanboy for anime this last week.
For anime in general, or for that one particular anime?
No, for anime in general. I mean, I guess for one particular anime, but
Oh, there she is.
But so they announced like a certain Magical Index Season 3 already got announced.
Oh, are they still making that?
Yeah, no, they took a big old break.
Clearly they are, because you just said they announced it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why I bothered saying
They took a Attack on Titan-sized hiatus.
Jesus.
But, yes, a certain Magical Index Season 3 will be happening.
Wow.
A certain Scientific Railgun Season 3 will also be happening.
Oh, okay.
And they're adding a new iteration / spin-off on the universe was announced. A certain Scientific Accelerator.
Is that starring that one person?
Yeah, that's starring Accelerator.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the other guy.
You just have to think about it for the moment.
No wonder.
So yeah, like, oh my god, my hype train.
Oh, so just because I don't think it's ever come up here, when you were around.
Yeah.
So Snow White's deal is she makes these like vines that slow people down.
Oh, okay.
And if every time she breaks out, like any vines she makes just stay there forever.
Oh well, that's annoying.
So yeah, anyone who tries to go to that room in the future is.
But at least it's in the corner.
Yeah, that was a decent one for it to happen. Too.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. But wow, okay.
Yeah, like all the anime.
What's coming back next? Fucking bastard. Haruhi.
Okay. And I kind of mentioning accelerator reminds me of a thing I do. A method, a nuance of my nerding out about superheroes. And that is, I've never quite had respect for the tier list of villains. And I don't mean in the Versus community with, 13th to first dimensional tiering.
So
or whatever.
Are you talking about like?
I'm talking about A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Final Destination, Fox only, no items.
Yeah, no. So I've never quite had the respect for the A through D list that people seem to have.
Pourquoi?
Because I don't know if it's just a byproduct of the way that I interact with fiction, but whenever an author tells me this character has this power, I believe them.
But you have to.
Right. But I don't. I simply believe them and believe that the power is going to do what it's been stated to do.
Uh-huh.
And not the power is going to do what it's been stated to do unless an A-lister is punching it, then it stops working. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna need an example here.
Okay. So one of my earliest experiences with this was I forget the name of the guy now because it's been a long time, but there was a guy, Marvel guy, with the power to like repel matter, and
okay,
I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't know who that might be.
Vector, I think his name was.
Oh, Vector. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's one of the UFOs, I think they're called.
Yeah, I forget.
They're like the evil Fantastic Four.
So when you but Vector's like D-list, I think. He's not super popular,
right,
or whatever. But I kind of disregard his D-list status, and I go, okay, he can repel matter. What a neat power. So then, when the Hulk comes along...
Well, I don't believe his power is actually to repel matter. I believe he can control, like inertia, kind of.
Okay.
Like he controls vectors. He can, like, redistribute, right, like your inertial...
And so, part of it is undoubtedly me misunderstanding, certain powers, or not being a super diehard fan of certain characters. But, it's like if somebody... For example, if somebody says, oh, I have the power to vaporize metal, for instance. Like, I can take any metal and sublimate it into a gas.
Yeah. Good use of sublimation, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to then believe that, so then I'm going to say, if Iron Man comes along... And he goes, haha, behold my metal suit.
Man, you picked the worst possible person. because they've done that before, where like in like Avengers versus X-Men, like they send Iron Man to fight fucking Magneto. And Magneto's like, what are you?
Stop. I'm about to lose my shit. How?
Yeah. Yeah. Magneto's like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I follow you.
But then he finds out the hard way that his powers don't work on Tony.
Oh, really?
Because Tony has created a plastic Iron Man suit specifically for the purpose of fighting Magneto.
Okay, and that's fine. Because I thought you were going to tell me that Tony had invented a very super sophisticated type of metal that Magneto could not magnetize.
I guarantee you that's a thing. I guarantee you there has been some issue where, like, Magneto's tried to, control, like, Thor's hammer, and they've been like, haha, Uru metal, you know, isn't affected by magnetism because it's from space or some crap like that.
Which, you know, and so that's the thing. I tend to, in comic books, in my experience, they base the sort of success rate of a power, at least in part, on whether or not the opponent is in the same sort of Bollywood bracket of character. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it mostly comes down to like they need a specific person to win the fight for plot reasons.
Yeah,
and sometimes, you know, the author makes a boner.
Because you tell me plastic Iron Man suit, and I go, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Because, you know, plastic firearms, like shoot them with... I mean, you still don't want to use metal, like, bullets, but... You know what I mean? It's a clever solution to getting around Magneto, but it doesn't go, Magneto, your power doesn't do what I say it does anymore.
But you get shit like back in the good old days when, you know, DC and Marvel were dumb enough to do crossover stuff.
Yeah,
they had a whole series of like, they had a whole little mini series where it was just characters from each universe like fighting each other.
Yeah.
And the fights were decided through fan voting.
Yes, I remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah, so you ended up with some really incomprehensible bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, where they just kind of had to, you know, come up with a way for, like, I think, like, Storm had to, I think like Storm beat Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Like, and like, that's dumb, but the most egregious one was they had Wolverine fighting Lobo.
Oh.
And Lobo is like the
He's just better Wolverine.
Yeah, Lobo is Wolverine with like Superman tier.
Yeah.
Like strength and invulnerability on top of being like insanely regenerative.
Yeah.
So their fights,
and on top of his extreme 90s too.
Yeah. Literally the entirety of their fight is they're sitting at a bar together, like having drinks.
Yeah.
And then like one of them gets mad at the other, and like one of them like throws the other like behind the bar.
Yeah.
I think like Wolverine throws Lobo behind the bar, jumps after him, and then like there's a panel where they're just behind the bar fighting, and out of sight.
Yeah.
And then like Wolverine walks out like just bleeding all over but victorious.
Okay, well.
Like they could not figure out a way.
Yeah.
To have Wolverine. I should have clarified that Wolverine won the vote because it's Wolverine. So they couldn't come up with a way for Wolverine to beat Lobo.
Right. So it was just behind the bar.
They just gave up.
Yeah. But so, you know, it's just... So sometimes... Yeah, well, by default, most times I'm expecting a solution like the one you mentioned.
Expecting Patronum?
Yeah. I'm expecting Tony to come up with a super hard plastic that's just as hard as metal, but isn't metal. Good job. That wasn't that hard. You know what I mean? But I'm not expecting the Hulk to just be so strong that he punches through the power. I thought it was the power to repel matter. It might not be. But just for the sake of my wrong example, I'm not expecting Hulk to just go, I punched so hard that I punched through the concept of repulsion of matter. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that sort of logic repulses you?
Yeah, that's right.
You find it repulsive?
But so, anyway, I went on that whole tangent because, I mean, it is what it is. But I went on that whole kind of tirade because...
These fuckers are, like, hopping in and out of the elevators so much I can't, like...
Yeah, it's kind of bullcrap.
I just can't get my guys to, like, agree on who they're going to be fighting. Because everyone keeps changing positions.
So, I went on that whole thing because Accelerator is definitely one of the characters that reminds me of that concept, but more than that, a certain magical index and a certain scientific railgun are series.
Fucking, where did he come from?
Oh yeah, he was just hiding. Oh, he's flipping out. Oh, but there's a clerk. Okay, we good. They'll keep him distracted.
I mean, I'm not worried about the sweepers. I'm just annoyed that I can't like
finish the day.
I can't efficiently finish this encounter because like I keep missing one or two. There, yeah, we're just getting it. All right,
but
everyone stay dead.
Index and Railgun as series, part of the reason I really like them is because they do a really good job of staying consistent with powers doing what they do all the time. And they don't just go, well, I shoot so much electricity that I, overpower your ability to, like, completely insulate yourself from all electricity. They go, oh, okay, you're very insulated. Let me use the electricity to manipulate this thing in the environment to get you. Or they properly work around the rules of the powers that they themselves have, told us.
Plus Ultra.
Yeah, and so they're a really good series in my opinion.
I mean, when you just overpower someone, it's because you went plus Ultra.
Yeah, like when All Might just punched Nomu's shock absorption out of him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that makes it awesome.
Yeah. So that's a good. I like that. They don't go plus Ultra, which makes it a very interesting. You look forward to the battles because they're going to use their ingenuity to get around what's been laid out before us.
Right.
And Accelerator is definitely one of those characters where they could, and when you're introduced to him, you think, okay, this guy's unstoppable, and they're gonna have to plus Ultra him or something. Because it's not a spoiler at this point, but Accelerator, one of my favorite characters in fiction. He's essentially got math powers, which sounds dumb.
Is he a math magician?
He actually kind of is a math magician, where he essentially, his ability allows him to, within a very close space around him, manipulate math or the vectors of anything.
Aha.
So Accelerator's, baseline, not even trying MO, is he just has a field around him which changes a mathematical positive sign to a mathematical negative sign.
Ah.
So whenever you throw something at him, whatever vector it had gets reversed and it flies right back on the same trajectory. And not only does it not touch him, but you just shot yourself. And that's really impossible for everyone, literally everyone except one guy in the series to get around.
Well, the main character has, like, null magic or something, right?
Because, two characters, because the main character, also a really good power is he just, whatever he touches, it cancels out any magical, or they use the term Esper for mutant special powers, like superhero powers.
Ah.
It cancels out any magic, like supernatural or physical, like superpowers. And so he can get around it. And that was also a really good fight, because that guy was just like, what are you even gonna do? And he just got punched for the first time in his life. And so it was really satisfying. But it's impossible for everyone to get around. And that's fine, but what they don't do is go, okay, they don't have anyone plus Ultra him.
Wow, I think McKenna soloed 3 sweepers off screen.
Nice.
I was busy with all the Benny Hill bullshit over here, but there's just 3 dead bodies in this hallway he's been stalking.
He is the MVP, though.
That's my boy.
Yeah. But, anyway. Yeah, no, so Accelerator is one of those characters where it would be very tempting to plus ultra him. But, you know, they don't. Or they haven't up till now, but I'm worried that given that he's getting his own kind of spin-off...
It is a danger when they give someone a spin-off.
Yeah. Giving him his own kind of spin-off, it's going to be a difficult thing to give him challenges.
If I had a hand, I would high five you.
Ah. That's fucking cute.
But also, like, not really consistent with her current characterization.
But yeah. Anyway, the point of that was I'm worried because him getting a spin-off makes me worried that they'll try to plus ultra him. And I don't like it when that happens. By and large, All Might was cool because Nomu didn't explicitly have any really hard defined immunities.
I only have one thing to pick from.
Wait, however the world has...
Let's see.
Wait, no, that's so interesting though.
Oh wait, okay, I remember this now. If you get Yin, I believe your next.
Oh, you have to.
I believe your next one has to be Yang.
So even if you re-extract, it's going to be the same.
I believe so, but we're going to try it for funsies. Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right.
I forgot about that. Okay, funsies.
Here we go. The place where there was only silence, perhaps because it was only you and I here, has gotten a bit livelier thanks to the Sephiroths. Unlike me, they were weak and lacked rationality. And they made so many mistakes that annoyed me greatly. I did not approve of you placing the Sephiroths here. But you told me that your atonement and the awakening of the Sephiroths were key to untying the knot. Don't know what that is. Have they mentioned the knot?
I mean, it might be a thinly veiled allusion to the Gordian knot.
I mean, I know what the Gordian knot is, but I haven't. Has there been a?
I mean, it also might just be using just a general allegorical knot.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a lot of troubles, and these are the keys.
I'm just wondering if the knot is the wings or the head or.
I think we might be overthinking this.
Sure. Okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. You also told me I wouldn't understand.
But I didn't understand that.
You even blocked me from interfering with that relationship. Saying that it must be left to be solely your role. Wait, did I read that right? Saying that it must be left to be solely your role.
Yeah,
okay.
No, you read those words.
Okay. You were right. Right as always. Even if I stay here repeating this endlessly, it's probably not worth understanding till the end. To quote one of your favorite lines, machines should act like machines.
That's why I made them look and act like people.
Yeah. So I had to play the role of observer, and had to endure all the pain that others forgot. I don't think I have to point that out again. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, I'm gonna get unlock 5 here, on Binna. So, fucking. Oh. I got a random pop up about the Microsoft Store or something. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Yeah. So I have. I'm gonna get unlock 5 on Binna. I'm not sure if that'll let me do the extraction suppression.
All right.
I don't remember if I've done her final mission or not, but we'll see.
Bina and Hawkma both sound terrible. I don't want to. After Gebra
killed my soul a bit.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with any more freaking. Okay.
Okay, so can I guess I can't suppress her on this day, so I guess I can suppress her on day 45, 44? Maybe?
Yeah, because the Yang...
She doesn't have any missions. Oh! Yang isn't...
show up.
Okay.
We need another department?
I don't know. I needed unlock 5 to get the next thing with Benno.
Huh.
So I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you guys next video.
All right, next time.